Hey there YouTube, welcome back to another YouTube video. I've actually finished my first unit of Brunswickers, and I thought I'd just give you a quick look. I kind of decided to do one of the line battalions first, just so I could use a flag basically. I've still got problems with my legs. I've still been struggling a little bit to do some decent amount of painting time, but I've been pretty good this week. I've managed to do about 4 figures a day, and in a lot of cases, kind of undercoat or put the base colour of black on to like the next 4, so it kind of cuts down the time the next day. So it's been pretty much 4 figures a day, and starting on the next 4 sort of thing. And I think the officers took me a little bit quicker, because obviously they've basically got less equipment on basically. And then of course today I finished off. I had a few little things to do on the officers, stuck them all to their bases, and based them up. That was basically like this morning, and now I'm ready to give you a quick look at them before they get put up on the shelf up there, and I decide what I'm going to do next. So in a few seconds we'll go down to the painting desk and I'll show you the Brunswickers. Catch you in a second. Bye bye. Okay, welcome back to the painting desk, and before you can see my first unit of Brunswick. And these guys are the first line infantry, and they're led by a major, I've forgotten his name already, Major Metzner. So this particular battalion is made up of 3 line infantry units. This is obviously the first. They're basically all black apart from some red epaulets and a red collar, and obviously the blue and the yellow plumage. And I'll just give you a quick look at them. We'll just sat through the stands as normal. So these guys are practically all Perrys. I basically decided to, for cost reasons, to try and go Perrys as much as I possibly can, but still utilise some front rank. So this is like the first stand. Obviously it's quite nice not to have to worry about putting like light companies and grenadier companies in, because they don't seem to have any. So it's just quite nice to just have a whole bunch of line infantry that you can just put on the stands and not have to worry about getting sticking the wrong figure on the wrong stand. Obviously black is not the easiest of colours to paint. I know some people just paint them like a dark grey. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to leave an element of black to them, and I highlighted them up with 2 darker grey colours, and I think it turned out looking quite nice actually. I mean, it's one of those sort of paint schemes that when you look really close at it, it doesn't look particularly amazing, but you don't have to go very far away for them to actually start looking quite good. I think they'll grow on me. When you sort of get that feeling where you think, well, they look really nice, but there's just something about them that I'm not just too happy about. But yeah, that's the first stand. Second stand, obviously, these guys are made mostly up of 3 identical packs of basic infantry and 1 command group. So that is the second stand, the rear centre company. The what would it be? If you look at them from the front, the right company. You see, they also got a red stripe down their trousers. And we'll go for the drummer's stand next. The drummer was quite nice to paint just because he's got a little bit more colour on him because of the drum. This drummer is obviously Perry's. Now the thing that was a little bit annoying was that the Perry's command pack came with 2 drummers, where I really would have liked to a bit of it to come with a sergeant. So that was a little bit disappointing. I don't really understand the philosophy behind that. But that being said, the 2 drummer figures are actually really good. So good, in fact, that I've actually penned in using the 2nd Perry's drummer in with my front rank unit of line infantry that I've got in, and he'll be replacing the front rank drummer. So yeah, just 3 normal troops on that stand apart from the drummer. Then we have the what I normally class as the NCO stand. So I've actually made an NCO here. This figure here is actually in front rank. You can see that he scales quite well, but he's a little bit beefier. So I thought that guy would make a really nice sergeant. So you can see I've painted on his sergeant stripes. He's got his yellow and blue striped camembert type thing, or waistband. And the only thing he's missing is his sort of sabre bouquet type little sabre, which I thought, well, I'm not going to bother trying to convert it. I'm just going to leave him as he is, and the visual identification is the sergeant is there. Plus, he looks a little bit beefier than the conscript recruits that are, have sort of are either like completely green or have a dubious, possibly criminal background. And then finally, we have the command stand. Really, my favourite unit as always. I really do like the flags. I think they're really nice flags. GMB for the flags. I used for the flagpoles. Now, I had to do a little bit of research into the flagpoles for these guys. Now, this particular little crown here came with the Perry's standard. Now, the reference materials I found, it's kind of like a sort of a heart shape spear point that the actual flags seem to have had. Yet I can't seem to find anything that sort of duplicates that. So what I decided to do was I used a British flag top from front rank, and I snipped off the spear point, and I put on the little crown that came with the Perry's standard. And of course, because this is the Duke's flag, which is obviously the equivalent of the King's colours, I decided to put the little crown on there. And for the regimental flag, I decided to put the spear point, because I actually brought a pack of spear, I suppose these are lances really, but I just give them a snip, simple to size. And yeah, that'll basically, because I'm obviously going to be getting I haven't decided whether I'll try and get Perry's to get some of these crowns for all of them, or whether I'll just make this the 1st battalion and have that there, and just use spear points for the rest. I haven't really totally decided, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way that the command stand came out. Really nice command figures. Really liking the command figures. I did do a little bit of my own little personal flair in the fact that I decided to use the sort of steel colour that I normally use for sort of silver stuff, like the sword scabbards and stuff, to highlight the detail on their arms and the backs of their uniforms, the lacing. I think they're really meant to be sort of like the dark grey that they have on their fronts there. But I thought, well, they're all black. They need a little bit more, something just to help them stand out as officers. So I thought I'll just, I'm going to make it sort of a silver braiding rather than sort of dark grey braiding. And I think it looks pretty good actually. And just a little bit of personal artistic flair just to make them stand out a little bit more. Because at the end of the day, black is kind of a pretty boring colour. And you just need something to help the units stand out. Yeah, so that's that. That's my favourite unit. I really like the positions of the officers. The flag bearers, both the flag bearers are really cool. and that is the end of this first unit of Brunswickers. I think overall I'm quite happy with them. I'm sure as time goes on, perhaps I'll get a little bit better, sort of improve. Just trying to sort out the camera angle here. That's better. Yeah, so that's that. I might possibly do a sort of a little pickups video at some point, just to show you the extra stuff that I've got in. But other than that, I guess I'm going to have to probably take a few days respite from painting again, because of my leg. I'm still having problems with it. And although it's a lot better than it was last week and the week, certainly the week before that, it's still giving me a lot of problems, and I'm still having to go to my doctor's surgery twice a week to have. I've actually got like an infection on the side of my bad leg, which is actually healed up, and then it sort of came back. And along with that, I also had like a very rare gout attack hit my knee as well. It's all caused a massive amount of problems. I've kind of like lost my knee bend. It's swelling up like a balloon. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. You know, a lot more than normal. You know, I mean, it's painful most days, to tell the truth. But in this particular sense, it's been very painful and sensitive, and it's been really biting into my painting time. And in fact, to tell the truth, it's been biting into anything that involves sitting down. You know, like, even like trying to sit at my computer, because obviously sitting at a computer playing a sort of strategy game or something can eat up time quite effectively. But you know, you sit up there for sort of like sort of 10, 20, 30 minutes, and you know, your leg starts aching, and you think, oh, you know, I can't possibly put up with this for much longer, and you sort of, you know, more or less get to a point where you finish what you're doing, and you kind of have to go again. You know, I have to go and sort of sit and put my leg up for like, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, it makes quite a big difference. Yeah. Anyway, that's a bit of medical rant at the end there. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, some people out there aren't enjoying it because I've lost a bunch of subscribers, but it doesn't matter. And catch you all in the next one, if there's anyone left. Bye bye.